chugging a caffeinated sparkling water, just hoping that caffeine kicks in soon. Because Bani's a big sleepy boy. But I see some other players running around here. Alright, where am I going? The burden of knowledge, tell me about it. Ignorance is truly bliss. What happened last time? Oh yeah, Y'shtola died. Emmett Selk brought her back to life. Now we gotta go find the next Light Warden. That's right. That's right, I remember. With the Yulmorans gone and your companion now returned, I think it's best you go now before they can regroup. With magic flowing once more through the Great Pyramid of Uxner, the entrance to the Quintana Ravel should now be open. Before we leave, Urianger, did you discover anything that may suggest the Light Warden hides elsewhere? Nay, though we had but little time before the Yulmorans' most unwelcome arrival, we scoured the nearby environs and spoke once more with the one called Coriil. Having hearkened to her tale, it is my judgment that the sin-eater which her late mother did espy was indeed the being we seek, and that it most likely resides in the vicinity of Rak'tika's Falls. In the absence of any subsequent sighting, I have no reason to believe our query hath sought out any new sanctuary, and given the considerable difficulty we face in reaching the falls, we may be certain it hath not been disturbed by man. Then our course is clear. We must navigate to Quintana Ravel and make for Rak'tika Falls. Though you see it as but another obstacle to be navigated, the Quintana Ravel is the oldest and most sacred of our temples. The accumulated knowledge of the Empire is said to reside within, knowledge which is rightly yours as allies of Ranka. You are welcome to explore. I fully intend to survey every ilm of it once our mission is complete. Were the Emperor still alive, he would be overjoyed to hear you say so. But I must warn you, though the way is open, it will still be heavily guarded. Well, of course it will. To discourage trespassers and test the worth of our allies, it had to be so. Be careful in there. Head east and you will find the path of azure flowers leading to the Ravel. I wish you safe passage through its halls. A little chipmunk with an acorn. Master Matoya, I know I cannot dissuade you from going, so please promise me you will return safely. The Knights Blessed need you. You need not worry, Runar. I shall return and bring with me a long-awaited gift, one the Knights Blessed will treasure now and forevermore. Now, let us away. Let us away. Yep. You can feel the aether flowing through the door. A gentle push may be all that's required. Our earlier efforts were not in vain, it seems. Stay at your guard, Bani. We know not what awaits us inside. The Quintana Ravel is now available. Woo! Uncheck. Oh, I can uncheck these.
My turn.
So, oh, I'm the healer. That's why I can't. I'm like, can I bring Urianger? No, because I'm the healer. Dumbass. Ooh, cool enemies.
Gloves are off.
Interesting. Instead of a bunch of enemies, more environmental damage. That's new to a dungeon. Oh shit, what do we got here? What do we got here?
Are you all right?
I'll show you.
Oh, Thancred, you could die. Oh shit, I was not paying attention, Thancred. Whoops. Sorry, Thancred, I was totally in another world. Dreaming of another life. Sipping on my caffeinated water. Thank God I wasn't in a dungeon with other people. Poor Thancred. I know, he got his butt pounded and he didn't even get to be naked for it. Alright, let's do this again, Thancred. I swear I'll keep you alive this time.
Prepare yourself!
Squeeze me? Squeeze me? Oh. Ooh, I'm hearing what sounds like intense thunder outside, but it's also sunny as fuck, so it must be construction work. Hey, Lazolt. What's going on, my dude? With your thick clubbing hands.
Prepare yourself!
Oh, Thancred, don't let you die. Yes, yes. It sounds like superheroes battling.
I'll show you.
Woo! Didn't see that coming. Oh god, I've been stunned.
Take this. Away with you.
left arm is smoking, you guys. Get out of there.
I will end this farce.
Woo.
I'll show you.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Too far away. Oh, I'm being attacked by bats. Get him, Thancred.
Away with you!
Snakes and frogs, nature's friends. Oh wait, that's an iguana. That looks a lot like a chameleon.
I'll show you.
Oh shit, that's a big gator. Get him, Thancred. Go on.
Prepare yourself.
There you go, nice. Two big gators.
This is going to leave a mark.
More of these fucking bats. Oh god, they're all over me. Help, Thancred.
Prepare yourself!
Ooh. The fuck is this? Of course, now you break free from your chains. Bat Squatch. Totally. That is awesome looking. Oh, and there's some sort of lore on the walls around you. Beautiful. Hi, Bat Squatch. I'm Bani. This is Thancred. We'll be kicking your ass today. He said optimistically.
I'll show you. You underestimate me.
Alright, take a chill pill. Oh god, I was standing directly under that. Ooh, suck my dick! Ooh, I learned how to use a shield. My brief tenure as a sage taught me how to use a shield.
I'll show you.
totally forgot I had like way more buttons than I've been using. B-dubs. My day is much better now that you're here, B-dubs.
I'll show you.
Ooh, almost got myself killed. Almost got myself killed. You enjoy the stompies. It was fun. I enjoy the music. Very chill music. I could goon to this. Ooh, we made it out of the cave and into the light.
Prepare yourself.
The fiend's fatal failing. No, work quickly made poopiness out of my day. And then I had a really bad vertigo spell, which was not fun. Thank you, anxiety, for that. You had technical issues at work? Did that mean you didn't have to work? And a coworker being royally obstinate. Did you give him a wedgie? Hey, Razor. Soft-baked Bani. Like an oatmeal cookie in your mouth. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I just explained with kindness. I'm not even gonna read the rest of that sentence. Oh, monkeys! Attack of the killer gorillas. Go on, Thancred. Go on. Teach them a lesson. Spin that wheel of morality. Oh god, you're gonna die, Thancred. I've already let you die once in this dungeon. Fuck me, now we gotta fight the monkeys? Come on. Thancred! Thancred! Help me, Thancred! Yo, Thancred, wake up. Thancred? My tank has fallen asleep. What the fuck am I supposed to do? My tank has fallen asleep.
Prepare yourself.
What the fuck? Thancred, was that revenge for me letting you die earlier? It must be. It's like, bitch, I ain't tanking. Thancred, you're a beautiful blonde boy. Now tank. Good job, my dude. Three-headed wolf, Cerberus. Ooh, cool. Baboon, wolf, saber-toothed tiger. Something like that.
Prepare yourself.
with you.
Did somebody just rescue me? I feel like somebody just rescued me. It is a chimera of some sort.
I will not hold back.
Keep your guard up.
Oh god. Oh god, it's me.
This is going to leave a mark.
Ooh, we're pumping out the damage. Why are you pumping me so hard? Oh god, I'm dead. Oh god, I'm gonna die.
You will rue the day you crossed my path.
Ooh. Is Cerberus a chimera? I don't think so, because he doesn't have like a snake tail or eagle wings or anything like that. It's just purely 3 dog heads. But that thing had a snake tail. Oh yeah, and Urianger's here too. They're cousins. Cerberus is a cousin of a chimera. Apparently. burns like gonorrhea.
The Light Warden is dead. The Blessed's prayers have been answered.
Aye, that they have. His condition yet troubleth thee?
It does. Though he shows no immediate signs of corruption, the danger remains. He must be told.
Come here, Bani. Shh. Mama Y'shtola has something to tell you. Come here, boy.
Would you describe it to me, Urianger? Paint for me a picture with your words.
A sea of shimmering stars. Diamonds strewn across a raven gown. Boundless and beautiful. 'Tis an exquisite sight, not unlike that of the source. Calm and gentle and forgiving.
I can see it.
It's like your love.
For however deep the void, or wide the expanse, there is no shore so distant as to be beyond the reach of light. Ominous though that may sound, given our present travails.
Did she just slap me on the ass?
Well fought. Let us return home.
You saw it. You saw that, right? That was a butt tap. That was a good game. I'll meet you in the locker rooms. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
The murals. If I am not mistaken, they predate the Empire.
How can you tell?
A peculiarity of the paint. Most are made from mineral-based pigments. But whatever was used here is older than anything I have ever seen. According to Almet, this sanctuary was built to preserve the wisdom of the ancients. What events do these murals commemorate, I wonder?
Zodiac and Heidelin getting busy.
Must you always linger after defeating your enemies? Navigating these halls on foot is exhausting.
Come to lead us to safety, have you?
I was bored. But how is the hero of the hour?
She can see the world. She can see anything that has ether in it. So she can see the world around her, but she couldn't see the stars because they're not part of the ether flow of the planet. If that makes sense. She's like if Aerith could only see the life stream.
Fighting fit, I see. Keep up the good work.
You're plotting something.
Well, it depends on what the paint is made of, which is kind of the comment she was making.
Every hour of every day. But never you mind about that. As I have told you 1,000 times before, I like to watch. Nothing more. Well, I would quit this place and I suggest you do the same. There is yet work to be done.
Did he just admit to be a voyeur? How's the peeping, Tommy? Tommy. How's the peeping?
Ah,
Tommy.
there is a sight to bring a tear to the eye.
You recognize these scenes?
That I do. Indeed, there was a time when anyone and everyone would. Until one calamitous day when the world was divided across 10 and 3 reflections, sundering the land and all who dwelled upon it. And the worst part? No one could remember it. Not really. Just fragments and fleeting memories of an achingly familiar world. A vision shared of a paradise lost, preserved only in song and scripture and paint.
Magic paint that Y'shtola can totally see. Shut up.
Once upon a time. Yet here we find ourselves again. To look, learn, and remember.
Then share with us the stories you know so well. We are listening.
Before the Great Sundering, there was one world. A world that knew naught but peace and prosperity. Until it was faced with a crisis. Unprecedented, terrifying. Civilization found itself perched upon a precipice, staring into oblivion. But through prayer and sacrifice, the will of the star was made manifest. Zodiac was his name, and by his grace was the calamity averted.
What was the calamity?
Zodiac.
A savior mighty and magnificent, deserving of reverence and gratitude. One would have thought, yet some thought otherwise. From the fears of these naysayers would rise Hydaelyn, she who was to serve as his shackles, to bind him and hold him in check. And so they fought, and they fought, and they fought, and in the end, Hydaelyn was victorious.
Well, sure. Look at that solar plexus attack.
With all her strength, she smote him, dealing a blow so devastating that it split the very fabric of reality. And thus was Zodiac banished and his being divided. That concludes today's lesson on long-forgotten history. Though I imagine your mother would offer a rather contradictory account, as is her wont.
Can we back up? What was the big calamity that was going to kill everything? That caused Zodiac and Hydaelyn to even be prayed into existence in the first place? Do we know?
I'm sorry, I can only assume I misheard. But it sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiac and Hydaelyn are not gods. But
What? Not gods of the first? Is that what you thought these paintings depicted? Or... Oh.
Oh.
They are gods after a fashion, yes. But no different from the kind with which you are so intimately acquainted. Formed of faith and prayer, of conviction and devotion. The eldest and most powerful of primals.
Oh, shit.
You have spun quite a tale. Yet you have not explained the role of the Ascians in all of this. How is it you are privy to ancient secrets lost to time?
Finally you ask the right question. And shrewd questions warrant honest answers. We Ascians know because it is our history, our story. It was we who summoned Zodiac, we natives of that sundered paradise. Now, do you see why we yearn for the great rejoining? For our world, for our people, for all creation to be made whole again. Wouldn't you wish for the same?
Ta-ta. That was an enlightening experience, though not in the way I had hoped. Do you suppose there is any truth in Emmett Selk's claims? Though recent events plainly warrant further discussion, I think it best that we wait until Alfino and the others are present. Emmett Selk included. How convenient that he should choose this moment to keep to the shadows. Well, no matter. For the present, we should return to Fanau and make certain of the Yulmorans withdraw. After that, Slitherbow, the blessed are no doubt elated by what has become of the sky. Shmahi! They all have Ebola. You are returned, and unharmed, I see. Indeed, I am pleased to report that the Light Warden is no more, thanks in large part to you. That the death of a single Sin-Eater should make such a difference. As our numbers waned, so too did our hope that the ruins would have devoted our lives to guarding would ever find purpose. Yet here you are, the allies from whom we have awaited these many centuries, and with your arrival came the chance to pass on our legacy, the ancient wisdom of the Empire. That alone would have been reward enough. Never did we imagine it would serve to banish the light that pervaded these woods. On behalf of these, our forebears, and the late Emperor of Ronka, you have our deepest thanks. It is we who should be thanking you. Our journey through the Quintana Ravel proved most enlightening. To be privy to such knowledge is an honor, one of which we never hoped. Please, you need not be so humble. We but do our duty to decree, as decreed by the late Emperor. Would that he were still with us to express his gratitude in person. But sister, does this not mean our duty is fulfilled? To our allies, perhaps, but the ruins cannot be left unguarded. So long as we live here in these woods, the secrets of Ronka must now fall into the wrong hands. Is Runar still here? No, we escorted him back to Slitherbow shortly after you set off. If you would return to the Knights Blessed, we will not keep you any longer. I suspect they would be glad of your company. Thank you, Elmet. I look forward to the day when we might share a more leisurely visit to the ruins of Ronka. We will await your return then. Ooh, Y'shtolan, Elmet. Oh, a little on the down low going on there, girls. Alright, speak with Runar. Butt pats for everyone.
Ah, you are returned, and none the worse for wear, I see.
None the worse for wear.
You needn't worry about us. What became of the Umoran soldiers, more importantly?
They turned tail and fled at the sight of the night sky. The children of the everlasting dark have also retreated back to Woven Oath. Try as they might, they could not deny the truth of their own eyes.
I just stood here, wanking it to the night sky.
The sunless sea of heaven, full of love and grace, where none need know pain or suffering. In that moment, when the sky's light began to wane, I knew our prayers had been answered. That we were doomed to face oblivion at life's end no longer. When first we met, I harbored certain suspicions about you. Now I see that I was right. You are the bringers of shadow. The warriors of darkness. The saviors for whom we have prayed for so long.
I suppose you're not entirely wrong, but we are not worthy of your reverence, nor have we any desire to be worshipped. If you would pray, pray for your children, that they may one day know a better world.
I will do as you say, but please, let us at least hold a feast to celebrate your victory. You deserve that much.
I'm sorry, Runar, but there is still much to be done and scant time in which to do it. We must go. All of us. For we share the same path and the same fate.
So be it. I ask only that you hold us in your hearts, as we would hold you in ours. Now, and ever after. By the boundless dark. This I swear.
Oh, Runar, I want a plushie of you. You got too much on your plate, B-dubs. You have to skip taking a bath. Though it pains me to leave, it is time I returned with you and the others to the Crystarium. But before we go, might I speak with you in private? I will await you in my chambers. Oh! Yes, ma'am. You're skipping sewing? Because you need to do that on stream? You could bathe on stream. Oh, that's probably against the TOS. Thank you for coming. I thought to keep my suspicions to myself, but after witnessing your victory at Raktika Falls, I feared to they prove true, and so I must share them with you. From the first, when we met at Fort Gorn, your aether has appeared tainted, suffused with an overabundance of light, not unlike the Sin Eaters. When you defeated the Light Warden, I fear the light which poured forth from it was not negated by Hydaelyn's blessing, rather it was absorbed into your being. Urianger also suspects as much, though he is unwilling to share his thoughts on the matter. One thing is certain, with every warden you defeat, the danger to you grows greater perhaps than we can imagine. If you begin to feel anything strange, anything at all, pray, inform me at once. You should hurry, before the others begin to worry. Once I have sorted my things here, I will join you. Let me just give you a gentle butt tap on the way out. I don't want to bathe on stream. You know what? I totally understand that. The closest I've ever come is there's a YouTube video of me bathing, but it's just the shower wall. Or the curtain, I should say. We took our last patrol of the perimeter. All the things considered, Slitherbough remains relatively unscathed. Thanks to the antidote, all those who were poisoned will make a full recovery, and with the night sky return, their prayers have at last been answered. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Shall we be off then? Art thou certain this is best? I don't want people to follow me because of my body. which is so easy to do. I want them to follow me because of me and my art, but your body is part of you and your art. We can love everything about you, beat-ups. Not to die, there is a part of me that wishes I could stay. For 2 years, I have lived with the Blessed, learned their culture, even going so far as to adopt Master Matoya's name as my own. I but pray I did honor to it. Now is not the time for doubt or hesitation. Come, we must return to the Crystarium. Really gotta make that Come compilation. And then we never heard Lahi ever again. That's not true. I'm sure we'll hear it in the after 5.0 stuff. I wonder if it's not my. I wonder if it's this new mouse pad I got. Maybe it's not my mouse itself. Because if I hold up the mouse and just hold down the buttons to walk forward, it doesn't skip at all. Of course, now it's not skipping at all, even when I put it on the mat. I don't know what to do anymore. I give up. All things considered, it is hardly surprising that Alfino and Alize have yet to arrive. But where is the Exarch? My friends, 'tis good to see you all again. Ishtola, I hear you're giving out butt taps. Alfino, it has been too long. I assume your presence here means you've brought word of the warden hiding in Raktika. Found and slain, you say. I should have known. Yulmore has but recently dispatched soldiers to all corners of Novarand to defend them. I am glad to see that their efforts were wasted on the Great Wood. Speaking of Yulmore, what came of your meeting with Valthri? Yes, about that. It proved to be... Exarch, you mustn't push yourself. Your time away from the tower has clearly taken its toll. No doubt you all are tired as well, having traveled so far. Why don't we all take a much-needed rest before we discuss our findings? I thought to propose the very same. After you clash with the warden, you deserve a chance to recuperate. It's settled then. We reconvene after everyone has time to settle in, and Bani has gotten a scene with Ardbert. I love how this one expansion, we're all really concerned with taking naps, because I need to talk to Ardbert, but all the other expansions, we never sleep. Oh, you're filthy, Bani. You need to take a bath. Ardbert can wash your back.
So there's a light sealed inside you, is there? You wouldn't know it from the outside. You look the same as you ever did to me.
Every square inch of you. I must stay the course for the others. And what if that changes? What if it overwhelms me? Then I suppose they're naught to do but rest. No, what if that changes? What if the light overtakes me? His axe did always have blood on it, yes.
I'm damned if I know. It's not as if I can lift a finger to help myself, much less you.
But my back
Have faith in your
washing.
friends, look out for them, and hope that they look out for you. What more can you do? Think he was telling the truth? Emmett, I mean. All that rot about Hydaelyn being no different from any other primal. If so, what would that make her blessing? Are we just slaves to her will?
Bani just had his mind blown.
Lies the Ascians stock in trade. Villains, heroes, all a matter of perspective, they'd have you believe. One man's fond memory, another's waking nightmare. Me, I'm no saint or savior. Just another sinner. And I know damn well I'm in no position to judge. When I saw the people of Slitherbow look up at the sky and celebrate the return of the dark, felt good. It was moments like that that I cherished. Much more than the thrill of adventure. The quiet after the storm. I always took comfort in that.
Meanwhile, in Garlemald. What are these idiots up to? Ooh, ash. Or snow? Looks more like ash, but it could be snow.
What did the scouts have to report?
Several skirmishes, but nothing of consequence. The fighting seems to have taken its toll on both sides.
A stalemate, then. The Alliance has done well to hold the line for so long. But then they did have Ishgardian reinforcements.
Nevertheless, neither side has any appetite for a prolonged engagement. 'Tis but the calm before the storm. And should the Empire choose to bring their full might to bear...
To say nothing of Black Rose. All the more reason to hasten our search. How close are your people to identifying our next target?
Close enough, though I have received some troubling intelligence. One of our generals posted to the Alamegan front recently disappeared without trace from the battlefield at Gimlet Dark.
Odd. Dead seems unlikely. Fled less so. I wonder where he'll turn up.
Were I a betting man, I would say here, in the capital. Not that any deserter who valued his life would contemplate returning, but a corpse might, given the right encouragement.
In the manner of his royal remains, you mean?
Elidibus plainly has no need of a new host, so the question becomes who? It may be that another player has joined the game. Something to consider at any rate. But come, there is work to be done.
These bloodless games make for poor sport. Mayhap if father... Nay. I am a stranger to him in this body. Besides, there is but one hand that can make me whole again. My enemy. My friend. I know not what entertainment occupies you. But if you will not clear the way for me, then I shall seize the reins of fate once more.
When it rains, it whores. Ah, I suspected that you might be awake. I could scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. An entire host of sin-eaters appear to be advancing upon the Crystarium. Emergency measures are being taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Tower's aegis. You may return to your quarters if you wish. Yes, I thought you might feel that way, and I cannot say that your assistance would be anything less than welcome. I must remain here to disseminate information to other residents, but you are under no such obligation, and thus free to aid any of the townsfolk who may be in distress. The Excedra migraine tends to become a point of congestion in times of need, crowded with those seeking solace in companionship. You would have met my personal gratitude if you would offer succor to those there. Go suck everybody in the Excedrin migraine. Got it. Alright, B-dubs, have a good bath. Few townfolks are about, and you spy none who appear to be in distress. Bani! I've only just returned from Arang, yet I find the Crystarium moments from being beset by sin-eaters. Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. We restored the darkness. Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Brother, tell me, have you had some idea why this is happening? I may, but for the moment we'll need to postpone such discussions in favor of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier around the Crystarium as we speak. Ensuring that he is able to do so should be our first concern. There are a number of instruments placed about the Crystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on my way to activate them now. In which case, 3 pairs of hands will be better than 1. Very well. I'll take the ones to the south. Do you know what they look like, or how to turn them on? Alice, come back! I shall deal with the northern apparatus then. Will you handle the western too? They're ensconced on platforms extending from the upper level of the Aetheryte Plaza. The western ones. You found out your bank account was empty today. I went ahead and bought new shoes on the credit card. Did you know it was empty, or did you get identity thefted or hacked? Or I had that happen to me twice in my life. It's not fun. I've also just been completely out of money because I'm terrible at handling my own money. But new shoes, you say? Despite having very little idea of how it functions, it appears that you have activated the device successfully. The expenses were all me. Alright, well that's good. As long as you didn't have your card stolen or your account hacked or anything. That's the worst. I was part of the Home Depot got hacked a long time ago, and all their information was stolen, and I had literally just gotten new carpet installed in my apartment, and so they had all my information and my bank accounts and everything, and I basically had to get my whole life redone. It sucked. On your shoes because your feet hurt so bad you need them. Yeah, you gotta have good shoes. Such a nice honeycomb barrier.
Senator sighted! They're coming!
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
That's good news for the Crystarian, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Lena and the City Guard have taken to the field. Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
We ought to join the vanguard as soon as possible. If the numbers of eaters we just saw is any indication, we'll be facing a formidable host. Do it. Formid my host. What lovely weather, just what we needed. It seems the battle has begun in earnest. Make haste. Crystarian forces are engaging the Sin Eaters at various locations across Lakeland. Assist them in defeating the Eaters before they are decimated. Decimated? Disseminated. I hear shouting, come on!
Let's give it our all!
Help is at hand.
More eaters, don't let your guard down. I won't. I'm gonna whip out my gravity spell. There you go, Mr. Guard. Feel better. Which Which way are we going, Alize? Alfino? Those eaters, they're moving toward Radsisco ground. We should follow, but we cannot neglect those in need.
Leave the healing to me.
This is bad here. I shudder what to think it's like elsewhere. Alize, slow down, girl. I can't run that fast. I got these stumpy cat legs. A timely arrival, Bani. Mine own magic shall suffice to aid Y'shtola. I bid thee offer succor to the guard. Suck the guards. Got it. Am I supposed to suck the guards? You know what? That would have made more sense. Alright, I'm coming, Alize. I had to suck off the guards. Oh my god, that's a lot of bears. That is a lot of bears.
You will rue the day you crossed my path.
Woo! Yeah, Urianger.
It was nothing.
This will have to suffice. A most impressive trick indeed. As if none of them, let's make to the imperative, shall we? We lost Alfino. Oh no, there he is. He's just tiny, I couldn't see him. Someone hath made short work of these eaters. Thancred, Minfilia. Bani, you're glad to know that the locals have all taken shelter. Nevertheless, we can't allow the eaters to gain any ground. With me. That can't be good. Gods damn it, we're too late. save them. I'll follow the Eater. You press on to the imperative. I'm staying with you. We've lost too many already. We must hurry. These Eaters are too organized. They cannot merely be acting on instinct. It is as we feared. But our task is as it ever was. Turn the tide. Drive out the Sin Eaters. Oh, I'm trapped in a circle. Okay. Can I leave this circle? I cannot leave this circle.
On your feet!
Bring it on, forbidden hypocrisy. I am her hypocrisy incarnate, who stand no chance against me. Hey, Amber. Well, thank you for the posture check. I was big time slouching. Big time slouching.
Not be outdone. Theory in practice.
I gotta sneeze. Oh my god, I'm sorry, that was so loud. That was a dad sneeze.
naught else will suffice. My strength is yours.
May the 12 guide you.
The stars shall grant thee succor.
Let's give them a show! With heart and steel!
Yes, kick their ass. Ooh, we got a nice upskirt shot. There are so many. Oh, we have voice acting. My bad. Dare I speak over the precious voice acting in this game?
Leader! Yeah! Lena, hold on.
They turned on me.
Or did you just vomit blood?
This one is mine!
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right.
Kiss me, you fool.
Run! Run, damn you! The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now. God damn it! Please let this work. Please let this work.
Oh, shit.
No. No, no. Stay back. Stay back.
Help! Help! Anyone!
Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy?
Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
remember I saw what you sent me, the little diorama you made. That's very cool. It seems we've driven them back, for the time being at least. The wounded have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they're ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Crystarium. The dead as well, of course. Those whose bodies remain anyways. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them, but even so, we simply don't have enough hands. I'm sure you'll find it fit to fall over after what we've been through. Gods know I am, but if you could see to the few of the patients, it would be an enormous help. Captain Lena is about somewhere, so you might also consider asking her if there are any other outstanding areas of need. We'll talk later. We just got the 3D dragon eggs to finish it. Nice. Who am I to investigate? With tear-filled eyes, the prone man gazes up at you. His fingers twitch as if to reach for you, but he lacks the strength to raise his hand. And thus, with a kiss, I die. Ooh, there's an aether. Hold on, I'll be right there to assist you, but there's an aether current right here that I somehow missed earlier. Thank you, but it's too late. One of them, it got me. If I turn, please kill me, I beg you. Don't touch me. I killed her. I killed her. She was one of them. I know, but Oh, he's gonna need therapy. I'm not that kind of doctor. I'm sorry.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need?
Shouldn't you be resting? What would the guard do without their captain?
Appoint another. A captain's place is with her soldiers in the field. Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you. Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again. Now, if you will excuse me.
Oh shit. I hate when your kneecap pops out like that. Heal her, Bani.
Fine. Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine.
hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not, who I failed to protect when they needed me most. We've come so far, so goddamn far! I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now... Now they will never see it.
Impudent worms of the Crystarium!
Fucking Vothri.
The tragedy that has befallen you is of your own making. Divine retribution for your defiance. The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering. A paradise where man and sin-eater might live in peace and harmony. Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity. But you not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my sin-eaters. But it's only right that they respond in kind. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
Vothri's ship is already gone. How flattering that he came all this way just to give us his little speech. I apologize for my earlier outburst. Rest assured that I have no intention of allowing any of my wounds to affect the performance of my duties, especially not now. If I may, could I ask that you seek out Thancred and Minfilia for me? They engage themselves on my behalf, and I would feel better knowing that they are well looked after. Thancred, in particular, sustained quite an injury from that sin-eater. I would not be surprised if he were in Spagriric still. Please, give them my thanks. Is there a hospital over here? Is that what this is? Oh, yes, it is. You hear from me. I'm sorry to put you through the trouble. I'm fine, really. The Eater landed an unfortunately solid blow, but the healers here have done wonders. I'm more worried about Minfilia. She's not taking it well. Could I ask you to speak with her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had the opposite effect. She's gone off to the Hortorium, ostensibly to fetch herbs for Chesamile, but just talk to her, will you? I would love to. How the fuck do I get to her from here? Yeah, no, this is not right. Whispering Gallery, maybe? Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Perhaps a gentle poke will give her attention. Push her in the water. Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Oh, I have to literally poke her. Eep! Oh, Bani, what are you doing here? Anchored. It's my fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless, and now it's my fault. Then you'll be waiting to get those herbs for the healers. You can make up for it by being there for him, yeah. Go give him a handy, Jay. Are you sure? I've brought him nothing but trouble thus far, and what is if it's worse next time? All I do is make mistakes, put others in danger. I'm sure that he'll resent me for being this weak. Maybe he already does. But you're right. I can still help if only by seeing these herbs safely to Chesimile. There are only 2 left on the list, but I'll need to ask about this one. I've looked high and low and can't seem to find it anywhere. Would you mind collecting the other? I would hate to delay any longer than I already have. You're looking for something with soft leaves that are very fragrant in an unmistakably medicinal way, I was told. We only need 2 sprigs or so. Once you've gotten them, you can bring them directly to Chesimile. Whoever gets this first can explain to the others. We'll be back shortly. Thank you. I appreciate the help. Minfilia, let me tell you about your namesake that you're so worried about living up to. I can't tell you how many times that woman got kidnapped and we had to rescue her. I don't ever remember coming up here. What's through this door? Oh, is this the library? Okay. Top floor of the library. Oh, Minfilia told me that you would be bringing the rest. Here you go. Freshly wiped my ass with it. Marvelous. With this, I can replenish our store of medicines. We're struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I wasn't on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting it, I suppose, though with bitter medicine rather than sharp steel. But we'll win, I promise you that. It seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battlefield when you just come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts saved more than a few. With Gyrix in good work order, the Crystarium people will be well cared for. More lie ahead, of course. Battles only you can fight. Not that we intend to let you do it alone, but that's a matter of discuss with the Exarch. You know the Exarch? We do. Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something for me. My dearest friend, you see, he was there on the battlefield with me, but only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know if what Vothri said is true, if our losses were our just deserts, or we doomed ourselves to worse by continuing to fight this fight. But I believe in the Warrior of Darkness, in the Crystal Exarch. I don't think what they've done is wrong, and I don't think we've wronged to fight with them either. My friend, he smiled in the end, just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So I want to tell the Exarch, don't give up, don't give in, please. We'll tell him, you have our word. Who was that guy? Now, somebody had a message for us to deliver to somebody. I don't remember who or what it was. The best way out. If you're ready, why not go on ahead to the Ocular? You and keep the Exarch company while I fetch Elfino. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest Amaro I can find, so we shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on the message, eh? Message? From who? Do. Welcome, my friend. Tales of your heroism on the battlefield precede you, though I confess I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have you to thank for plucking them from the jaws of death. Whether they had not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of our soldiers said that. Thank you. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done. Now, least of all, though I mourn the lost, I will not lose myself to grief, and even should regret be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. Well, that sounds like blind stubbornness. We have some time before the others arrive, if you'd like to talk. Yeah. You want a smoochy smooch? And if I were to confess any doubts I might labor, no one need ever know. No, I believe you have enough burdens without my adding to them. Nevertheless, thank you. Come on, XR, I'm just trying to get to know you. I know who you are, and I know you're a cutie.
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
I love this guy always looks tired and dejected. I feel your pain, dude.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vothri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
Welcome back, B-dubs.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord Vothri.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Armorang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Armorang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser Sin Eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a Sin Eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Armorang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
I think you're a naughty girl who needs to be punished. Don't.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
But I do. I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation. But it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Armorang we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
Oh, Thancred. I'm legal in Japan. I'm sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Actually, I have no idea how old she's supposed to be. Sometimes she looks like she's 12 or 13. Other times she looks like she's like 16 or 18. In Legalto, getting married to a 12-year-old, but not legal to get divorced until 18. Nice. Nice. Alright, where are we going? Wait for Minfilia at the Tessellation. Alright. Gay Jesus. Totally. I said Link, you watch, you enjoy. Sorry for the wait. I'm ready now. Are you sure you want to do this? Completely sure. Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny, and I want to believe that I can play a part in saving this world. I hope you can find it in yourself to believe it too. When you put it that way, how could we not? It is your decision to make. Just be sure that you are prepared when the time comes. If all are assembled, shall we depart? We'll follow your lead. What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw a Yulmoran airship coming in to land on Arang while I was on my way back to the Crystarium. No doubt the same vessel that bore Vothri's forces to Raktika. Meanwhile, we can expect to encounter an armed resistance on our journey through the region. Right, now Nabath Arang lies in the southern reaches of Amarang, and there are two routes we can take to get there. The first is the east route, which would lead us past Mord Sok. The other is the western route, which would require us to pass through the Hills of Amber. Minfilia and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden path. It also makes for easier traversal of the Nabath Severance. But we can't use it. If you did, we'd need to cross the Severance from a point nearby the inn at Journey's Head. If the Yulmurans caught wind of the approach, it could be very well bring them into contact with the inn and patients, and we can be sure that activities would not meet with Vothri's approval. It will make the journey more arduous, but I believe it will be safer to take the western route, which brings me to my position. While you make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Yulmorans' attention elsewhere, to an area in the east that I know will be uninhabited. That way, you'll have a chance of reaching Nabath Arang unopposed and without risk to civilians. I cannot deny that this is a sound plan, but nor can I allow you to go alone. My skills will make your task at least somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. And if I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Thancred will regret. Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Vothri forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route and try to avoid attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it best that we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid path under our feet. We'll borrow a few Amaro from our journey. I leave the rest to you, Minfilia. Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint. Speak with Thancred. Where'd you go, Thancred? Just outside this wall somewhere. There you are. The gate leading to Amarang is just up ahead. And all the time I've been here, I've never ventured into the Hills of Amber. Not that I am particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reason to be cautious as it. Keep an eye on Minfilia for me, would you? My midnight person woke up and you're work bitching. You go, girl. You work that bitch away. Off so soon, Master Stereopsis. You've barely had time to recover from the battle. Well, if you're certain, I'm hardly in position to question you.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garik lie the Hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
This place has been scarred by the flood too. Who can say what lies ahead? But whatever else this road may be, it is mine to travel, and I don't plan to take a moment of time I spend upon it for granted. Ooh, what'd we get? What'd we get? Headgear. Ooh. I kind of like this hat. Aw, it doesn't dye the back part. I kind of like this. Alright, I'm going to put this here in my kind of like pile. Whoops. Where are we headed to? Oh, there's nothing on the map yet. I gotta talk to Thancred. I take it you're seeing what I'm seeing. Finding a village when we're hardly 10 paces into the hills is a surprising stroke of luck, especially given our recent fortunes. But you would hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folks who live here can tell us what to expect from the road ahead. Show me on the map where we're supposed to go. Doesn't say. Guess we're just going to this town. Soon, soon. You sell? No, you are no merchants. But then, why do I know your faces? Oh, I remember. You spent Vorbert gold. Such a coin purse cracking. You are already a legend among Mord traders. You're a traveling merchant then. Can you tell us anything of this village? Of course, anything for valued customers. This place is Garrick. Before the flood, it was home to many miners. After, not so many. Now none. So Master Gengen borrowed the village, made it into a trading post. Very convenient location. In which case, you all must be familiar with the local roads, correct? We're on our way to Nabath Arang ourselves. If we continue south from here, will we have any difficulties reaching it? Oh yes, great difficulty. The flood rent the stone and crushed the mines surrounding Nabath Arang. Only steep cliffs and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. But surely there must be some way. Do you think any of the Mord might have some kind of hidden route? Perhaps. You ask, they tell. Tell for free, even, to friends of our best customer. Wonderful. Thank you for your help. Well then, best customer, let's see what information your reputation buys us. You wish to go to Nabath Arang? There was a way once, a gondola, down from the cliffs, but it was built from those who had left something behind that they wished to retrieve. Now there is nothing left, and no one to use it. You may search for it if you like, but I doubt that it rusted wires and would bear your weight. Who else can I talk to? Gungoon. Oh my god, it's the little tremors from Tremors 2? Tremors 2? What are the ones where they walk? For Nabath Arang, airship is best. Nothing is faster than an airship. The Yulmorans have one, I hear. You can ask them to take you. Though it seems somewhat superfluous to do so, you dutifully make note of Gongon's words. Alrighty. Who else haven't I talked to yet? Maybe someone inside one of these buildings? Oh, can't go in that building. Can I go in this building? Yes, I can. Shulsul. Oh, that is a surprise. Not many bound for Nabath Arang these days. I do know of a trolley that once went there. It used to travel between all the settlements and mines of the Hills of Amber. It is locked behind a gate, however. I assume that will have kept it from being stolen or damaged, but it also prevents it from being of use. You take down information regarding the trolley on a wrinkled piece of parchment before stuffing it unceremoniously back into your bag. I have a bag? I have a man purse and nobody told me? Ah, Bani, I'm afraid I've learned little of use about how to reach Nabath Arang. The Yulmoran presence, though, that's another matter. Apparently, though, their army is definitely in a
Grant freedom to the soul bound by flesh.
You're not my real dad.
Hey, Ra. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. 50 even. Holy shit. Boop. You're not my real father. You know what my kids would say? You're not my real father. Sorry, Mystery Science Theater jokes stuck in my head for all eternity. Dude. Hey, Nitro. I suddenly really need to go to the bathroom. Is that because of Ra's presence? Possibly. So these are our options. Well, what do you think? Oh my god, I have to pick one? We can try the gondola. We can go to the airship. Get outside. The trolley seems most feasible. Let's try the trolley. It does seem to be the least risky of our options. I can't imagine one gate is enough to thwart you. I'd like to know a bit more before we dash off in search of it, though. Perhaps Zunzun could offer some insight. That bitch B-dubs in her Canadian time advantage. Alright, I gotta go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Let me mute this sound so we don't get double layers. Zunzun, where'd you go, my dude? More whip. I hope I like this outfit because I really like the headdress. Oh, valued customers, where the other mode of help? Were they? Were you able to read English, Bani? No? No one was surprised. Of a fashion, they told us of a trolley that runs to Nabatharang at least, but am I correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself when first we asked? Yes. The gate, you see, it is impassable. Before there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos. It opened the gate, they say, but none operated such a thing now. I do not even know if it yet exists. I do not know, but you should travel east to Mount Baran mines. That this where the trolley controls stand. I still see miners there from time to time, if anyone knows that happened to the Talos. It would be them. Thank you. You've been a great help. We're off to Mount Biran, then. Let's hope that someone will be there to answer our questions. Bye, Zunzun. Alright, summon my bike. We're heading east. This appears to be heading south, but whatever. The scale of the track is impressive, I'll give that to them. Now, we only need to follow it until we come across the mines. Welcome back, B-dubs. Did you do the work? Did you score the monies? You just ranted on the phone. Well, sounds like a yes to me. Bit of a mess, isn't it? But the merchant mechanisms for dispatching the trolley are here, just as Zunzun said. Unfortunately, anyone who might know how to use them is not. We might wait for Zunzun's mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around and see if we can deduce anything useful in their absence. I'm in favor of the latter. Something near the entrance to the mines proper caught Urianger's eye. Meet us there if you find anything. Urianger, I heard you have something caught in your eye. You're not here, so that's upsetting. Flecks of rust adorn the rails, but they nevertheless appear sturdy enough to bear the trolley without issue. Alright. Conspicuous cup. The cup is slightly warm, and a fair amount of tea, steeped over long, if the color is of any indication, remains within. Steeped oolong tea. Delicious. The benches would suggest that this must have been a passenger car. Oddly enough, though, it is clearly old. It appears to be well maintained. Ah, Bani, what thou hast discerned. I see, indeed, thine observations are consistent with mine own, but let us refrain from further discussions ere our comrades arrive. Ample evidence of recent maintenance and lukewarm tea besides. The levers for switching tracks looked like they were in good condition, though I couldn't move them myself. No ordinary person could, I think. It is my belief that no person is meant to. This Talos beareth more than a passing resemblance to golems of the source. Nor doth it appear to be the sole example of its kind. The proliferation of Talos fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanism here, suggest a considerable number were once in operation. Alas, the specimen and its fellows now lie lifeless and broken, and I know not how to repair them, that they might facilitate our passage through the gate. And without the aid of the Talos, even if thou wert somewhat able to unbar the trolley's path, we would still have no means of propelling it. We might not know how to repair the Talos, but someone must. Otherwise, we keep everything else in working order. Whoever is maintaining the cars and rails must know something that we don't. Let's ask them what it is, shall we? Bani, I do believe you'll find a person of some interest skulking in the shadows behind the warehouses on this northwest side of the tracks. While you two have a friendly chat, the rest of us will gently encourage those to the south to come out of hiding. Defend ourselves as necessary, of course, but don't try to keep everyone in one piece. But do try to keep everyone in one piece. Off we go then. You can propel the flatulence? I just did that, B-dubs. We just got back from a break. I got it all out and we're ready to go for a little longer. Wicked White, where did you come from? No, never mind that. You have no business here, of that I'm sure. Oh, Lord, I was not expecting an attack. What are you? Ugh. Okay, I confronted this suspicious man, but he wasn't willing to talk about anything. Good to hear. These two weren't much trouble either. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. Us? We're not to the brigands come to take what isn't ours. Don't we honestly look like, do we honestly look like we need to steal? What's some rusted bits of iron? Don't be absurd. We're not here to rob you. A likely story. You look well. You don't look normal, that's for certain. You don't have any wares, so you're clearly not merchants. Travelers never pass this way. The only reason you would come all the way out here is to strip the machinery for parts. Oh, Thaf, I have an idea. What if once upon a time, a lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth in search of her lost love, joined by her two most loyal servants, sworn to follow her on to world's end. On their journey, they met a sorcerer, an ancient as time itself, moved the lady's devotion. He offered to be their guide, and they turned up here somehow. I can only assume that you're being intentionally obtuse, but in the unlikely event that that's a serious conjecture, no. I suppose I'm a bodyguard of a sort, but we had rather larger concerns than fairy tale romances. Though I would fain hear more of his ageless sorcerer and his heroic deeds. Gods grant me strength. If I may, we're actually searching for a means by which to travel to Nebeth Arang. We were hoping that the trolley here might offer a solution. I realize that we haven't gotten off to the best of starts, but if you know anything about how we might get in work again... The trolley? The trolley. Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. You should have led with that. We're always keen to discuss the trolley. We're both engineers in training, in fact. Jarek and Taith at your service. Jareth, I really love your scarf. Can I get that as a thing that I can wear? Taith, I like your muscles. Technically, I'm a miner, and he does repair work, but our true passion is the trolley. We're working for a few other folks to give it up and running again. And before you ask, yes, it's true that there's little in need of transport these days, but that's no reason to consign a miracle of mechanical innovation to dust. The mere sight of it traveling the track once again would make hearts sore, mark my words. You'll have no arguments from us. What progress have you made thus far? Not as much as we'd like, truth be told. Well, if there's anything we could do to assist you, we could gather materials or help put pieces together. Actually, I like his outfit too, now that I look at it longer. This is a very nice vest, tank top, open-backed thing that he's wearing. It's a sight more complicated than that, I'm afraid. If you spoke with Magnus, you understand. He's the only one with full knowledge of the trolley's operation. I suppose you could speak with him if you'd like. We'll introduce you. Very well, our options are limited, and if the Magnus can explain whatever it is preventing the trolley from being restored, I'd like to hear it. Right, it looks like you'll be following us back to Thwine then. Twine? I just smoked a big giant blunt from hell. I don't like this. That's unfortunate. Yeah, no. That's a shame, because I really like the hat. Rust and ruin. If you're ready, we can leave right now, though you haven't seen another fellow around here, have you? I thought he'd have come out by now. I kicked his ass. You think he'll be all right? That's, well, I suppose we did force you had a bit. I'll have a look, just in case. You go on ahead, Thafe. Alright, looks like it'll just be you, a lot, and me then. Try not to let anything take a bite out of you on your way to the rail yard. Damn, that's smart. Did he have to thump me so hard? I'll be feeling that for the next fortnight at least. Not to be done about it now, though. I've pointed your overeager companions in the right direction, and they've gone on ahead, so we need to get moving. Normally we walk atop the tracks, but seeing as the young lady has a much shorter stride, that's more perilous en route than I'm comfortable suggesting. Wouldn't we anyone falling through the gaps? Of course, the low road presents the other dangers, but having been on the receiving end of your friend's blows, I'm not worried on that account. Wait a moment. I think I hear something. Wait a moment. Oh, that's something. All right. Run. No. Oops, I invited some friends to the party. Didn't mean to do that, but I guess the more the merrier. I don't know why they took so long to die. I don't have my baby Godra at my side. Sorry about that. I'll admit I didn't expect this route to be quite so fraught with danger. We're nearly to Twine, though, so we should make it without further incident. Twine. Does Twine have an aetherite? Yes, it does. Yes, it do indeedy. This is it. Welcome to Twine. The original dwellings we built to house these laborers tasked with building the track. Over time, miners came to seek the fortunes, and that's what made the town grow to what you see before you today. But it was still the trolley that brought them here. As you've doubtless noticed, the track goes to the very heart of the town. It was the heart of the town, but when the trolley still carried everyone home at the end of each day. Now there is no trolley, not much work to be had in the mines, but that matter. The only residents that remain in the destitute, the delusional, and those with nothing and nowhere else to go, or so they say. That should give you some indication of what to expect when you meet Magnus. As I said, it will help you understand why we can't get the trolley running. Just don't expect too much aside from that. Cosmo Canyon from Final Fantasy VII? You spoiling me on shit from the game that I haven't even played? It's not even out yet? Well, that's encouraging, but I don't see that you have much choice. Let's go and meet the man. Before we meet the man, I must attune to your giant stone. Well, it's not going to be the same because it's not a remake, it's a sequel. They lied. They're a bunch of liars. Which I like. It's way more interesting. Who are you supposed to be? Never seen the three of you in my life. Oh, the four of you. Wicked White. If you're going to bother me, at least have the damn courtesy to stand still. Methinks this one is deep in his cups. These are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They're looking for a way to reach Nabath Arang, so they came to ask about the trolley you see. What? There's nothing in Nabath Arang, not anymore. And especially not for frail little girls. Give it up. No, we must reach Nabatharang. I must. Bah, so you have your heart set on it. The world doesn't care. The place is a ruin, nothing more. Holy shit, this cat daddy is kind of hot with this face card that he's got. I'm just gonna go over here in my corner and maybe just... And you're not getting there on the trolley. The thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams. We're not fools. It's necessity that drives us to Nabatharang. If you insist that the trolley is not an option, at least tell us why. No, I'm sick of people asking me about that bastard thing. Leave me be. I love that I just make up words that aren't even written there. We'll speak outside. Excuse me. Come on, Ra. We're not wanted here. He only said that because he thinks I'm weak, and he's right. But I can't be. I won't be forever. There has to be some way. I must find it. Oh, I'm sorry. I was stuck in my own head again. It's clear that Magnus has no intention of helping us, but perhaps we should ask that other resident. They may know something of the trolley. I'll take the north side of town. Let me know if you learn anything. Thancred, art thou truly content to stand witness to fate's course of take no part? This isn't a matter of fate, Urianger. It's about choice, and I've had years to decide where I stand. Minfilia spent too long in chains already. I would not shackle her again by making her hopes known. It is for her to choose what shape her destiny will take. It is for me to stay silent, to protect her, teach her, and stand by her. That, at least, I can do for her. Stand by her, darling. So be it. Come, let us make our own inquiries. Darling, darling, stand by me. Whoa, stand by me. Stand. Whenever you're just so far from me, 'cause you stand by me. Whoa. Oh, there you are. You'll be pleased to know that I got our friend back home with no trouble, and he's just fine. He was a bit shaken up is all. And you, what did Magnus have to say? But it's only 6:47. I did have a faint hope that you might prompt him to action where our interests had not, but I suppose that was foolish of me. I am sorry that we couldn't be of help, though. I couldn't at least show you to the trolley car where we are here, if you'd like. You could give it a stroke or two. It has some very smooth wood. You're gonna miss the smooth wood. Yeah, you're living in fantasy Canadian time, B-dubs. Your satellites move faster there. I don't know what to tell you. There's less gravity. You mean to say you're not giving up, even knowing the Magnus is Magnus? I don't see much point in your being stubborn about it, though perhaps stubbornness is exactly what the situation calls for. Can't forge iron without an anvil, after all. I can't imagine that anything you try will work, but if you're certain, you can help me make preparations in the event that it does. To that end, take this toolbox. We're going to inspect the rails. I'll have a look along the tracks for anything that's in need of repair. You bring the tools and be ready to hand them to me whenever I stop the work. James is pacing in the adjacent room waiting for... No, go. I don't want you to get in trouble with your dom. Thanks for hanging out, B-dubs. Hope you get your sewing done on stream. You're gonna crack and start sewing one of these other nights. I see an aether current. Ooh, a late night Friday stream, funsies. A little sewing, a little Twilight Princess, or whatever the fuck we're playing. Open the toolbox next to Jarek. Jarek? Where is there a toolbox that's supposedly next to you? Nope, it's definitely up. It's definitely uppers. Oh, maybe he gave me the toolbox and I need to click on him and open it? It's probably one of those dumb situations. This spot looks like it could be a bit of work. Can you ready the tools for me? You open the box, revealing the proud array of lovingly maintained tools within. Brilliant! Now, if you could hand me what I need as I work, that would be a help. In this case, well, this bolt is loose, for one matter. We can't have that. I'll need to tighten it. A vicious-looking saw, a mid-sized wrench, a ragged cloth, your sphincter. Mid-sized wrench. Thank you. This one will do nicely. Now give me one moment and... There. I don't see any other problems here, so let's continue along the track. You set down the toolbox, the muscles of your arms enjoy profound relief, and once again, you quite handy to have around, you know? Yeah, I know my way around tools. Also, to that lamp there, these aren't often necessary these days, but if we're going to do this, we might as well do it properly, and if by some miracle the night returns as it did in Lakeland, well, it's a nice thought. Alright, B-dubs. Have a good night. Anyhow, a bit of this post seems to have splintered. Whether its lamp is to be lit or not, we would have want these little pieces of wood jabbing the next person who comes through here to the new maintenance. I'll need to sand it down. A rough file. Yes, a wood file. Perfect. That should do it. I'll bring some varnish along next time to finish the job. I haven't spotted any other problems, so we can move along now. Unless you'd like to take it to the view of the tracks from here for a bit. It's breathtaking, I know. Mining has always been the primary vocation of the folks in Hills Ember, you see, but after a certain point they had dug up everything that could easily be reached and carried back with manpower alone. It was then that the Nabith Empire struck upon the idea of the Talos, which they have seen at work abroad. At great expense, the Nabrath brought the Mistal Energy engineers who specialized in Talos here to the hills, and wouldn't you know it, the mining industry picked right up again. Twine itself sprung up around that time. As a matter of fact, it was named after the entwining of tales, the fruitful cooperation between the native Ronso and the newly come Mistal. But that, like so much else, fell apart in the wake of the flood. The Mistal left, taking their knowledge with them. It was 15 years ago that the last of them, the folks from Daedalus Stoneworks, took off to Yulmore, and now no one remains that can repair and operate the Talos. But there's no use in lamenting what can't be changed, and there's one more thing we need to do while we're out here, so we might as well get to it. Ooh, boy. Vultures occasionally make their nests in the tracks. Oh, that's not what I thought. You see, and it falls to us to remove them when they do. The creatures are angry when disturbed, which is natural, but nevertheless a danger to anyone passing by. It is not my favorite task, to be honest with you. As you may have noticed, I'm not terribly suited to confrontation. That said, would you follow the tracks north and remove any nests you find there? I'll keep an eye out of things from here. Third nest somewhere here? Oh, yes we do. Yes we do. Thank you. That should be everything taken care of. In return for your help, I'll tell you a bit more about the trolley. Nothing that can get it started again, though. As I said, the only people who knew how to repair the Talos are long gone. When they left, the life began to bleed out of the town. The trolley's tracks rusted and its cars fell into disrepair. Now, I was born in Twine, raised there. My first word was trolley. Damn it, and those were the worst years of my life. But then, after 7 years passed, Magnus and his wife returned to us. Magnus is a real proper trolley engineer, and perhaps he would never have left in the first place if it hadn't been for his son. As you're well aware, Almarang is hardly the safest place, and Magnus wanted his child to grow up away from its dangers. It didn't help in the end. The Sin Eaters got the boy. Isn't that always the way? The child had always said that someday he wanted to see Magnus' trolley running again, so in his memory, they returned to Twine, started fixing those rusted rails and broken cars, and it was going well for a time. Wicked White. Vultures. Are they back for revenge? Never mind. I don't want to find out. Are we going back to the city? Yes. Nice work out there. And now you know the story of the trolley. Wouldn't do you much good without the chalice, though. If there was even a single one that still functioned, things might be different, but, well, here we are. Have a pair of pants that I just happen to have on me for some reason. Ooh, flashy. Not that it'll do you any good, but we do have a Talos we've been meaning to repair. I can show you if you'd like. It certainly has been nice to hear something other than Magnus's gripping for a chance. Change? I'm the loss for life. Griping? Not gripping? Truly a most vexing state of affairs. I thought mayhap a closer examination might yield something of value. I see. That means to build Talos stone by stone are lost to us. 'Tis true, but here before us slumbers a most fine specimen. Indeed, were it not for a few minor failings, it would be a working condition. 'Twill likely require naught but a few modest repairs and a suffusion of aether. Well, if you think you can get this thing up and running, far be it from me to stop you, but what exactly do you reckon is the problem? It should stress that I've performed only the most cursory of examinations, though such arcane constructs are not wholly unfamiliar to me, as I did suspect from the first. It is the host to the network of veins that which aether floweth freely. Or so it would, were it not for several fractures which now impede such flow. How in the hells did you get all that from just a glance? I take it you threw up a solution as well, then. To bridge these fissures requireth a material highly conductive to aether. Once in place, I believe it will be possible to restore the Talos to life. Might I reprieve upon thee to require that which we require? Not far beyond the walls of twine dwelleth the creature of living stone, the debitage. Full sure am I that stone from such a being would prove most suitable to our needs. Very good. I shall have Thancred and Minfilia attend me in the remaining preparations. I spied but 3 obstructions to the flow of aether in the Talos, and thus would I ask you provide 3 stones of the debitage. All else will be made ready upon they return. Thy return. Alright, go slay some stone boys. Got it. Bani can do that. I'm assuming it's these dudes that are just hands and a head. Yes, it is. Thancred and Minfilia will return ere long with the remaining supplies we require. Didst thou procure some rocketh? Didst thou indeed? Fine specimens, one and all. You have my thanks. We need now but wait for Thancred and Minfilia to return. From end to end, the paths by which aether may flow through the Talos have been dully mended. He's got one functioning GI tract now. Let the aether flow through him like Taco Bell. They but require a sufficient endowment. It's not moving. Strange. The core refuseth to stir. I fear the condition of this Talos is more dire than I previously surmised. As a heart driveth blood through a man's veins, so doth the core aether throughout this massive frame. Failing its repair or replacement, the Talos cannot be restored. So it was the heart after all. Thou didst foresee this outcome. Well, no, not exactly. We'd never forgotten this far in trying to repair it, so we had no way of knowing the heart was the real problem. We tried to find another, in case things turned out as they are now, but... Jarek? This isn't really my story to share. Please, Jarek, if something went wrong, mayhap we can help. All right. After all you lot have done for me, I suppose it's the least I can do. Oh, no, didn't click on you. Right then, the Talos. Their hearts cannot be made of just any stone. You need a special sword which sufficiently etherical conductivity. Both it and the other materials used in the construction of Talos bodies are mined in the same place. That place, of course, being here, the Hills of Amber. And it was 3 years ago when she... No, I can't. I'm sorry, but you'll have to hear it from Faith of someone else. Back to the tavern, then. To the drunken, hot, sexy Catman. Oh, Faith. How are your shoulders doing? Still here, eh? You can ask again, but the answer's the same. Our trolleys are... What? God's damn it, jerk. You couldn't at least finish so I wouldn't have to clear up your mess. Seeing how you made such quick progress in fixing the Talos and all, he was probably thinking you could help change things around here. And I think he might be right. Gather your friends and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Magnus's wife was a miner, you know. Greatest prospector there ever was. When the golem hearts started failing, she was the first to head out in search of more. Problem was, most of the veins ran dry ages ago, and finding fresh ones to tap's only gotten harder. But she wasn't one to be deterred. She just kept digging deeper and deeper. And then the mine collapsed. We labored day and night to clear away the rubble, but it took us 2 months to find her. To find her body. Magnus has never been the same since.
Where is he, if you don't mind my asking?
Ah, yes, well, if he's not here, there's only one other place he'd be.
Heaven? Close. So what you're saying is he's single.
What? Oh, you again. How many times must I tell you? The trolley won't run! We'd be better off dismantling the damn thing and selling the parts for scrap. Now, piss off back to wherever you came from. And don't let me catch you around here again.
What were their names?
My son was named Skuli. My wife, Agna. Being here with them, it beats going home. Home stopped being home when I lost them. I thought to try and drown my sorrows, but somehow the bottle's never deep enough.
Damn my 2 livers.
No bottle is. Believe me, I know.
You've lost someone too?
Not like you. Not my own flesh and blood. I grew up an orphan, so I never really knew what family meant. Not until I met a man who offered to take me in and make me his pupil. He was a kindly soul, always looking out for me, like a father. Not that I appreciated that at the time, or anything else for that matter. But I finally had a family. And then I robbed a young girl of hers. I did my best to make amends, to offer her comfort. But the more I look back on it, the more I realize just how inadequate my efforts were. I let her down. That is why I refuse to let her legacy die. In the end, all we can do is press on, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. And that requires your Talos. Please, Magnus. You are our only hope of reaching Nabarth Areng.
What rubbish.
She's not gone. No matter what you say or believe, she's not. We can still bring her back.
Full well do I know the pain of loss and how heavily it could weigh on one's heart. Nevertheless, there is but one way forward. We must needs procure a new heart for the Talos. Faith, knowest thou any location where we might find the stone we require? No matter how scant the possibility, we would seize it. I told you near all the veins were trapped dry years ago, though I suppose if you really wanted to try, you may find something of Nuvi's leavings. It was opened well before Talos became commonplace, which is why the mining there was never quite as deep. When you get there, look for Guthjon and tell him I sent you, but don't be surprised if he tells you the same thing. Thine assistance is most appreciated. Bani, I think it best Thancred join thee in this search. Though he would be quick to deny it, his heart is in turmoil and his thoughts clouded. 'Twould be unwise to ignore his distress. Off to somewhere, are you? At last, a lead on the stone we need to power the Talos. I can't very well have you go on your own. Lead the way. Ooh, what did we get? Weapon coffer. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. I kind of like that one. Alright. I think I'm gonna end for today, so this seems like an okay spot to go. Boop, 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 boop. Let's just return where I normally would. Excuse me? Went a little longer today, almost 3.5 hours. You're gonna send something on Discord you've been doing? Alright. Do you want me to wait to see it while I'm still alive? Sure. Yeah. I ain't doing anything here. I can clean up my inventory. Money bags. Go over here. This we can sell. Let's put this in my, let's see, I like this one, and this one. I'm debating if I should keep these for my other jobs. This we can sell. I really don't want this basket, but I guess I can give this basket of food to Nitro. Nitro, my dude, entrust this basket of food. I'm entrusting this to you. Don't eat it now. They're sending me this marble rolling down this wood path. Did you make this? Did you make this in like Blender or something? Or whatever is really used for 3D modeling? Cool. That's very nice. You know I like me some balls, especially when they're being rolled on wood. I've been working on it for a little while. Well, it's very nice. Is it run by physics? Like it's not animated? Boom. Yeah, it uses physics. Cool. Cool, Nitro. Well, I'm going to go make some dinner and peace out for the rest of the night. Thanks for hanging out and watching. And I guess we'll be back probably tomorrow night. Especially B-Dubs is going to stream Friday. Have a good night. Try and get some rest. And I will see you all next time.